Trying a new video format today, putting my phone in the cup holder and recording as I drive. So it's kind of a little bit strange looking perhaps, but I'm sure you'll get over it. Maybe one of these days I'll buy one of those fancy little phone holders that people use for their GPS. But for now, this seems to work all right. Anyway, what I want to talk about in this video is what to do if you are a successful person, like you're making top 10%, top 5% income. You're probably making more money than all your friends, all the people that you grew up with. And now, if you're honest with yourself, you're kind of lonely, right? Because you're on this path of personal development. You are ambitious, you're working hard, and you had a certain level of success. You probably are looking to get to a higher level of success, but you're already substantially more successful than the people that you grew up around. Well, the problem with that is that now you can't relate to the people that you grew up around. They may be jealous of you. They may backbite you because that's what those people tend to do. Normal people, when I say those people, just like normal average people, are just not very motivated, and that's what they do when there's somebody among them who is motivated, because that makes them feel bad about themselves. And then on the other hand, for you probably don't want to be around, even if those people are still nice and they don't backbite you, which some of them are, like some of them are nice people. You probably don't want to spend too much time around them because you notice that it's bringing you down, right? That they talk about stuff that you don't care about because their life revolves around beer and football and video games, and that's probably not that interesting to you anymore. And you notice that if you do spend too much time around normies, let's say, that your interests and your thought patterns start getting dragged down to that level, and now you're drinking more and you're not focused on the things that you want to be focused in order to get your goals. So what do you do? Like, and it could be that those are your only friends, right? Adults are not very good at making friends. Like, nobody has taught us how to make friends. It's something that just kind of happens by default. You go to school when you're a kid and you make friends with some of the kids in your school, and then you have a job, and then maybe you make friends with some of your coworkers. You go to college and you make friends with the kids in your college class, and then when you're an adult, who are your friends? Well, it's just those people that you made friends with before, the ones that didn't move away. Or if you moved away, then it's pretty much no one. So why? But then on the other hand, it's in our DNA that we want to be friends with people, right? Like, we want to have friends, but on the other hand, we realize that hanging out with losers is going to pull us down. We want to hang out with people that are on our level, or ideally above our level, that are going to bring us up. Or even if they're not above our level, people that are at least on the way up. Right? Even if they're below our level, they're on the way up and they're getting better. So the question becomes, how do you do that? Like, how the heck do you find these people? Well, I found a way to do it that is rather unorthodox, and that is by running ads on YouTube. Literally running YouTube ads to people that are top 10% income earners that are following like Tony Robbins or Andrew Tate or some other online personal development people that are into that kind of stuff. Like, they're successful and they're into that kind of stuff. And then I say, hey, because these people are in the same boat as me, right? And I'm in this boat too, by the way. I'm saying this in the third person, or second person, like, do you have this feeling? But I'm right there with you. And so I'm running ads to other people that feel exactly the same way as me and saying, hey, let's meet up, basically. And I'm talking about, you want to have this high-value social circle. Well, let's meet up. And then they click on the ad, then they fill out an application, essentially, just questions that are asking them about themselves and about, like, where they are in life and what they've accomplished that they're proud of and what their goals are and what they're trying to do, etc. And then I will look through those applications and I will determine whether or not this person, based on what they wrote in their application, looks like somebody that I would like to associate with. And if so, then I invite them out to meet. I just invite them for a cup of coffee or a lunch and meet the person in person, meet the person in real life. These are all local ads, by the way, right? This is as opposed to all these like online mastermind groups where, yeah, you meet a bunch of guys that are on the same level as you or that are in the same page as you, but like 99% of them live outside of driving distance, and you're probably never going to meet these people. Maybe you get on a Zoom meeting every once in a while, but you can't actually meet them in person and shake their hands. You can't like invite them on a boat trip. You can't get dinner with them, right? So it's really not the same thing. And people pay a lot of money for these things, by the way. Like Tony Robbins has a group called the Platinum Partnership, which is exactly this. It's a group of high-performing people from around the world that are all in this one group that's basically an online group, but they meet once or twice a year. And they pay $85,000 a year for the privilege, right? So I'm not saying it's not worth it. Like, it's pretty cool being able to do this, and, you know, you get to meet Tony Robbins, and you get to meet his cool guests and whatnot. Like, it's a good thing. I'm not trashing it at all. The problem, though, is that you never actually... These are not friends. These are not people that you hang out with. These are people that you see twice a year if you're lucky. Right? So what I do is create a social circle in my local area. And I'm saying in my local area, but I do this as a service. I'm offering this as a service. If you are a high-performing person and you would like to have a social circle of other high-performing people who get you, people who are on the same level or higher than you, people who are on an upward trajectory that are going to help bring you up with them. If you would like to have that for your life, I build this out as a service. I build out the ads for you. I set them up. I set up the application, and I set up the system to bring those people into your life, like off of the internet into actual real life interactions, so you can build that high value social circle for yourself. So if you're interested in that, if you would like me to just do that for you, this is, you know, one of those rare instances where you can just throw money at it in like, it'll solve your issue. Like, I will create this thing for you with very little effort on your part. I'm taking almost all of it on myself. If that would be of interest to you, then I will put a link somewhere, and I don't even know if you're watching this on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever, but I will put a link somewhere that you can find. You're a smart, resourceful person. I'm sure you can find the link. It'll be around somewhere where you can apply and book a call with me, and we'll talk about your specific situation, what you're looking for in a social circle, and I will tell you if and how I can build that out for you. So if that is of interest to you, then go ahead and find the link, book a call with me, and we'll talk soon.